the first match in the Four Nations Championship for the Sharjah Cup, India won the toss today and put England into bat. England managed 211 runs in their 50 overs, and we pick up the story in the very first over of the morning.
That's a very good shot. That's nicely played.
Barker beginning a fresh over to Gooch. And that's beautiful shot. Through the covers off the back foot, bisecting, cover and extra cover.
Oh, great shot. Well, I have a phrase in this game which says he let the ball react with another defensive move. Shot. Oh, super shot.
As yet, Menendez perhaps trying to get his line. Ooh.
Sweeps that one and would have been very close had he missed it, but it's going to go for 4 runs possibly, and it's 4. He swept that from about the middle. Oh, hold it! He hit right over the top of that one, and the stump knocked right out of the ground. The first England wicket has fallen, and the Indians delighted. They were looking for this breakthrough. Broad the batsman. Little wayward there and fade away to long leg.
Oh, that's a fine shot. What a marvellous shot.
Big landmark of this Four Nations trophy coming up. And that's his 50. Played in his favourite area, his favourite shot. Off his leg, down to deep mid-wicket. A superb 50 from Chris Broad. Fresh over. Very confidently played down to deep backward point. And that's the 100 for England. 100 and 1 for 1. First Broad brings up his own 50 and then England's 100. Continuing to accumulate the runs. He's on 57. There's an appeal for a stumping and he's gone. And Broad, a little surprised there. He stood his ground. .57, he faced 93 deliveries, 4 fours, and back he comes to a wonderful ovation from now this stacked VIP stand. And let's watch the replay again.
Well, it'll be very interesting to see again, because there's no doubt Chris Broad thought he wasn't out. And it looks as if he's just stretched and dragged out of his crease, and it's a brilliant stumping by Vishwanath.
There's an appeal, but perhaps he got his bat onto it. It's running down to the long leg area, and they've gone for 3. Well taken and well run. That's a lovely shot. And that will give him a great degree of confidence. 4 runs. Beautifully struck, flighted delivery, and Fairbrother. And that's up in the air, and he's out caught magnificently. Oh, what a great catch by Azharuddin. A spectacular, amazing catch, which I would say has brought this tournament alive.
A 141 for 3. finishing?
I think Fairbrother was just, I think Whittaker was just trying to push that ball, and I think while trying to do that, he took his eye off the ball and concentrated more on just touching it and running, rather than making sure that he gets it on his bat first, because I don't really think it turned. It was a slightly fastish ball, and maybe because he angled his bat, that's why I think he missed it.
We'll just take another look at that. I mean, he made the great error of playing for some sort of turn, as Asif described, trying to steer it out on the offside.
At the moment, I think all the youngsters that England has played, Fairbrother I thought was very good. He looked very good, and he was out to a very brilliant catch. There's no doubt about it. And all the others who have come in, like Whittaker who just got out, and Capel has just got in, they're middling the ball from where it go. And with Robinson still there, I think they have a bit of experience on one hand, and the others following him.
It's a far more satisfactory side than the one which is brought here, or likely to play for England in tests in the near future. Shastri it is. That's caught. Well bowled, well caught. Shrikant is the fielder.
Although I think Robinson got to the pitch of the ball, but failed to keep it down and hit it straight to Shrikant. It was good bowling and good piece of fielding by Shrikant. Robinson was the man who was keeping the run rate going. He was taking every ball, he was getting the run. And I think that's a good scalp for India.
Shastri floats this one up gently. In fact, the slower they've bowled, the more likely they've looked of containing or getting the batsman out. The pitch is on the slow side, which is understandable. And that's Shrikant there taking a very good catch at chest high.
England needs, I think, a few more runs, and it's important that him as a main batsman stays on the wicket and plays all the overs. And I think that's one of the reasons John Embury has promoted himself to advise the others and to make sure that they utilize all the 50 overs.
So close. Not so much a stroke as a paddle. Oh, he's run himself out. Oh dear. Well fielded by Shastri. Now that is a big blow to England, I'm afraid. Because Capel was looking good, and then he, from lack of experience really, hits the ball straight to Shastri. In international cricket you must always expect the very best to come from the fielders. That's right. Sent back by Embury, and his 8 runs full of promise.
First picture, yeah, headed down the mid-wicket region, straight to Shastri, but he kept on running. And then he found himself too far out of the ground, too much out of the ground, and then he struggled to make the crease.
Two runs to Philip. Now 6, Embury facing Shastri.
Great.
And that's up in the air, and it could be a 6, and it's the first 6 of this tournament. Embury hauling that one over magnificently over deep extra cover. 6 to him, 6 to England. Bowled him. That ball came back. Embury trying to play him down to third man, and Embury is clean bowled by Kapil, and India fighting back to restrict England. 184 now for the loss of 8 wickets. Arun now to bowl to De Freitas. Inside edge, it's going to be 4 runs. Azhar will not be able to cut it off in spite of his frantic run. 4. It's hammered away through the covers. It could be 4 runs, but Shrikant running around there, picks it up, throws it in. England get 2, and the final tally is 211 for 7 in the 50 overs of play, 211 for 7. A fighting score. England will certainly make India fight, but India, the world champions, have plenty of batting and plenty of strength to really get this score on this wicket, which is playing fairly easily. India had a target to make 212 in the 50 overs, an average they required of 4.24 runs an over. We pick up the story of India's innings in the very first over.
Well, no mistake there.
Foster to bowl to Sirikant. That's a lovely shot. It's going to be 4 runs. Effortless. Short outside the off stump and beautifully square cut for 4. And could be another 4 down to third man, and it is. And if Sirikant cuts loose like this, then India could be home very comfortably. That's up in the air, and he's gone. Caught by Edmonds at cover. Prabhakar stood his ground for a few seconds, hoping against hope that Edmonds might have just grasped that one, but Edmonds threw it up triumphantly. It's all over. India have lost their first wicket. Prabhakar gone, and Foster has broken through.
Neil Foster came in to bowl. The ball pitched roundabout off stump. And it wasn't right up. And I don't think he timed it very well. Very low down, ankle high. Phil Edmund running forward, bending down, picking up catch, inches from the ground. A fine effort by him. Up. Ooh.
And that was close. It's 4 runs, but it got the edge of the wicketkeeper's glove.
Oh dear, that's 4 runs. Not so much a good shot, but Capel, quite a quick bowler, found the thick outside edge and it fairly flew away, beating... Well caught. What a fine catch. James Whittaker was the catcher, Philip Edmonds the bowler. Another Indian wicket falls. Raman Lamba caught off the bowling of Edmonds.
Very, very effective. It hangs the ball in the air, and the batsman who likes coming down can find himself in quite a considerable trouble.
Only 2 are facing up to Capel.
Shot.
And it's through for 4. That was beautifully timed. Off the front foot. 48 for 2. Handsome shot. Beautiful shot. Superb timing. 4 runs. And Venktakar brings up the 50 and also brings the spectators to their feet. That's up in the air, and there's the fielder who tried to get under it, and it touched his hand and went over. Good shot. That's a 6. That's up in the air, and it's another 6, is it? We'll have to wait, and it's a 6, because we are covered by the side screen. 2 consecutive 6s. And Sirikant virtually bringing everyone to the... Too short of his 50. And that could be his 50. They've gone through for 1. They're going back for the 2nd. And that is a most scintillating, enjoyable, magnificent 50 from Sirikant, handicap. Caught him. Extraordinary stroke, amazingly caught by Neil Fairbrother down at
deep, wide, mid-wicket.
Straight to the field, they didn't have to move an inch. But with the luck going his way, I suppose that's the way he always has been, and he just wanted to continue with that. But I think for the sake of his side, it would have been better if he had selected to play his shot rather than just swing at anything that's pitched up to him.
That's gone many a mile. Is it out? Has it carried? Edmonds is under it and says thank you very much. Beautiful bowling by John Embury.
That's up in the air, but he'll be safe. Fairbrother can't get to it. And Kapil in all sorts of problems there.
In his natural game.
And that's going to be 4 runs. Square of the wicket. The deep backward point. It's a lovely shot. What a glorious shot that. A half volley, and Kapil got to the pitch of it and hammered it for 4. Beautiful.
Great shot.
And that's a great shot. 6. No question about it. What a tremendous shot that. The incoming ball, he picked it off his toes and hammered it away over the square leg fence for a magnificent 6. And that could be out, and he's gone. Caught at long on by Capper, and the wicket which India didn't want to lose, they've lost. And England now back in contention. What a game. Swinging from one way to the other, and that is what Sharjah always produces, and it's producing it now.
That's right. I think Dilip Vansarkar has only got himself to blame, having played himself in, taken so long for his 40 runs. Now he was well in command, was batting well until then. He lifted one down the deep mid-on and gave a very comfortable catch to David Capel with the bowling of Phil Edmund. I think it was a bit senseless. And there you are, a very comfortable catch.
Right. A lovely shot. Very risky. Played with the movement of the ball.
Great shot. Great shot.
To blame for this situation. There comes Kapil down the wicket, it's up in the air, and he's out. Oh, Kapil to play a shot at this time when India were cruising along, literally to throw his wicket away when he was on 64. I'm sure many of his supporters wouldn't be happy, but he's played a magnificent knock. And this is now again anybody's game. If Embury dropped Azhar by getting that wicket, he's brought balance back into this game, and there's the applause for Kapil. Scintillating innings from him. Some beautiful shots. 2 shots that I would pick. One through the covers and the other one that's 6. 2 shots, easily the classics of the match, and the Indian flag waving their appreciation for a magnificent magnificent innings, and let's watch the replay again.
Coming down the wicket. He uplifted it. Right in the hands of Capel. Fielding deep mid-off. A very comfortable catch.
This looks like a match which could well go into the last over, Mushtaq.
That's right. I think the Indians still got a lot of overs. 3 overs after this one. 18 balls. Delivery to come, and they require only about 14 to win. It's no problem. There you
Snicks that one, and luck riding Azhar's way. It could be 4 runs. No, the outfield is slow, and they get 3. So Vishwanath facing Embury. He's bowled him! And Vishwanath, well, Mushtaq, you being an expert, could perhaps tell us why he played that shot.
I think he was trying to give himself room, playing with this angle bat through the covers, and as we know, John Embury doesn't give much room. He bowled wicket to wicket, and he pitched that ball right into the block hole, and I think Vishwanath didn't know.
And that could be it, a drop catch. And the victory claps begin to go around the ground. Full toss, and he's dropped again.
Great effort.
It was a tremendous effort by Edmonds at mid-wicket, but another drop catch. Third possible life for Azhar. Writing very much on the wall for England. Full toss, and that's it. 4 runs, and victory to India by 3 wickets.